Hi everybody, my name is Courtney. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. I am a beginner nail tech. A little just tidbit about myself. If you want to fast forward, that is totally fine. It won't hurt my feelings. But a little bit about me, I started practicing nails on my mom and my friends, close friends and family back in April of 2023 this year, and I just recently, November 3rd of this year, 2023, I got my license. So I am still definitely very beginner. But I do have experience with YouTube. I have a separate channel called Courtney's Customs where I create custom tumbler tutorials and like sublimation and stuff like that. I will link my other channel down below. But I just wanted to create a YouTube channel here as well. This is a new journey that I am embarking on, and my last YouTube channel was so much fun, and it still is so much fun. I've just loved watching it grow over the years, so I wanted to do it here too. So let's go ahead and dive right in and get started. So first I want to apologize, this view is absolutely atrocious, but I am still kind of learning the angles and everything, so my videos will continue to get better, I promise. So I am starting off by pushing back my client's cuticles with a cuticle pusher, and then I'm going to go through with a cuticle bit that came with my Melody Susie nail drill. I'm going to be cleaning up that cuticle area really well. I have it on about a speed of 9,000 RPM, so not like crazy high speed or anything, but enough to get the job done. I'm not really applying any pressure at all. I'm letting the drill do all of the work. And then once all of that is good and cleaned up, I'm going to go in with my cuticle nippers and cut away all of that dead skin. Be super careful to only cut the dead skin, not the living skin. Don't cause your client to bleed. Just be super careful. Now I'm going in with a fine grit sanding band, and I am removing the shine from the natural nail plate, and this is going to help my nails adhere. It's going to help with the retention, all of that good stuff. And then I am not putting any pressure on, again letting the drill do the work for me, and I have it at about 10,000 RPMs. When I am done doing that, it's time to glue the nails on. I will link the nails I'm using down in my description, but I can tell you off the top of my head, I'm using KDS nail glue, and I swear by this nail glue. It is absolutely amazing. It works in a matter of seconds. It's super strong. It is the perfect nail glue. Once all of the nails are glued on, I am going to use the magnet trick with my nail clippers. That's where you glue a magnet on one side and then you use the additional magnets to kind of make like a natural ruler, so to speak, I guess, so you know that you're getting the exact same length on all of your nails, so there's no like guesswork in it, and it can cut back on your time drastically. I really love this. My clients love it, and it's a win-win. It's great. So then after all of the nails are cut, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my 8100, I believe it is, nail file. Now, I do cut my nail files in half just so I can double my supply, because I do throw the files away after the client leaves. Never use another one on like another client. Don't use the same one on another client. You always want to throw them away after each use. So cutting them in half definitely helps my inventory. I can double my inventory here. So this particular client, she's one of my best friends, and she always likes her nails to be rounded. So it does take a little bit of extra elbow grease to get her nails shaped, because I do not have like pre-shaped tips or anything. That's something I would like to buy in the future, but right now I don't have them. So I am just rounding them off and making sure she likes them before moving on. Then I'm going in with a sanding band and just blending that nail tip onto the natural nail plate. This is going to help make the acrylic look very seamless. You're not going to see like a hump or a line or anything from the nail tip and the nail plate, like where they meet. So you can do this with a hand file or a buffer or whatever. I just prefer to use a sanding band. Now I'm going to go in with some Young Nail Swipe and a manicure brush, and I'm using that to clean up all of the dust and debris from all of the sanding and filing. Make sure it is nice and clean, dry it off really good. Then I'm going to go in with a combination of nail primer and Young Nails Protein Bond. And I swear this is the reason why my nails have such a long retention rate, is because of the cuticle prep, the nail plate prep, and then these two things here. And you only want to put it on the natural nail plate, not the artificial nail tip. Okay, now it's time for acrylic. I am using Young Nails Monomer in this super cute dapping dish from Amazon. And then the nail brush I'm using actually came with my nail kit at school. I do believe it is a size 10, but I'm not totally sure of the brand. And then I started off by using Young Nails Core Pink, and then I decided I wanted something a little different, so I moved on to Valentino Beauty Pure Butterlicious. It just gave more of like a cover nudish, like pinkish nudish color that I was really looking for. And with her nails being so short, it really only took like 2 beads, maybe a third itty bitty teeny tiny one, but for the most part just 2 beads. And I like to put my first bead where the artificial nail tip and the natural nail plate meet, and then kind of pat and drag that down to the end, and then go in with my cuticle bead. Now I try to be super careful not to flood my cuticle with my cuticle bead, but again, I am still very much a beginner, so it does happen, but I try not to freak out about it too much, because I know I can go in and clean that up with a pan up 5-in-1 drill bit later, but I'll get to that. So covering the rest of her nails in that Valentino Butterlicious acrylic. Just don't mind that first pinky that I did. I just ended up not liking the color, and I needed to switch it up with something different. Once my acrylic application is complete, I'm going to go back in with the same file that I used earlier on her, and I'm just kind of like just reshaping a little bit. It doesn't take too much. It's just whenever I add the acrylic, it does kind of mess up my shape just a little bit, so I got to go in and just do some touch-up work. Nothing crazy. Just making sure that the sidewalls are nice and clean, the tips don't have like acrylic dripping from them or anything like that. But like I said, it doesn't take too much at all, especially if you start to get better with your acrylic application. Like I said, mine is not like perfect yet, of course, and I don't expect it to be just yet. But the better you get with your acrylic application, the less you'll have to file and drill and everything once you get your acrylic on. My next step is going in with my mandrel bit and sanding band again, and I'm just going from side to side over every nail, and this is really just pretty much smoothing it out, not really taking off too much bulk product because I didn't put my acrylic on too thick or anything. It's more just about keeping up with that nice shape, making sure everything is nice and smooth, no lumpy bumpies anywhere. And I have this at about a 10,000 RPMs. So again, not super crazy high, just enough to get the job done. And I'm barely just putting any pressure because I don't want to cause any like heat spikes or anything like that. I've learned that the hard way practicing on myself, and it hurts so very bad. So I try to make sure that doesn't happen with my clients at all. So just going through and making sure that everything is nice and smooth, and then we will switch to that pan up 5-in-1 drill bit I was talking about earlier to clean up the cuticles. This is the pan up 5-in-1 drill bit. I literally could not live without this drill bit. It is a lifesaver, especially if you're a beginner like me and you do flood the cuticle area a little bit. I have this only on like 6,000 or 7,000 RPMs, very low speed. I'm using very little pressure, cleaning up around the cuticle area, sealing that cuticle to prevent lifting. Then I'm going to go in with a buffer and just lightly buff the nails, make sure that everything is completely smooth before I move on to any paint, gel, nail art, whatever we end up doing here, to make sure I have a nice smooth surface. Here I'm just going in with the Young Nail Swipe and the manicure brush again, just to clean the surface of the nails and make sure all of the dusties and debris are off of the nail. So since the angle of this video is less than perfect, I'm not really going to go through all of the step-by-step instructions of the nail art that I'm doing here. I will absolutely save that for another video where hopefully my angles and recording skills and all of that will get much better. So I do hope that you stick around for that. I promise it will get better. So this is where I'm just doing my nail art. I use a lot of Beetles gel polish. The liner polishes that I'm using, I will have them linked. They're not Beetles. I cannot remember the name, but they are from Amazon. My lamp is from Amazon, all of that good stuff. So I will have a video here at the end of the end result of the nails. Again, this was for a really good friend of mine. And I did have her permission to record and post and all of that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching my very first YouTube video on this brand new channel. I do hope you guys will like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss anything. I really, really hope you guys liked it. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, any tips for a beginner nail tech like myself, please feel free to comment them down below. Thank you so, so much for watching, and I hope you have the best day. Bye!